The teams and the coaches are ready. Let's meet them. For the Zippies, starting lineups, here's PA announcer Kyle Miyamoto.
Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome to the Cannon Activity Center here on the campus of BYU, Hawaii for the 2023 New City Nissan HHSAA Girls Volleyball State Tournament. Tonight's Division II Championship match features the Interscholastic League of Honolulu runner-up, the University Lab Junior Bows, versus the Interscholastic League of Honolulu champion and top-seeded Mid-Pacific Owls. Let's meet the starters. First for the Junior Bows. At center, a 5'4" sophomore, number 1, Maya Nakasato. At middle blocker, a 5'7" junior, number 4, Ava Espinda. At outside hitter, a 5'7" senior, floor captain, number 5, Maya Kalima Izumi. At outside hitter, a 5'8" senior, number 10, Alea Baptiste. At middle blocker, a 6'2" senior, number 12, Miliana Sylvester. At opposite, a 6'1" senior, number 13, Liliana Dutcher. And at libero, a 5'2" junior, number 8, Ty Sorensen. The head coach for the Junior Bulls is Walt Kitan. Now let's meet the starters for the Owls. And outside hitter, a 5'7" junior, floor captain, number 10, Nico Stack. At center, a 5'5" senior, number 14, Kanoelani Contreras. At opposite, a 5'6" junior, number 15, Natasha Strongoski. At middle blocker, a 5'6" junior, number 16, Eva Hand. And outside hitter, a 5'8" senior, number 17, Peyton Smith. At middle blocker, a 5'9" sophomore, number 18, Destiny Look. And at libero, a 5'5" senior, number 2, Karis Kai. The head coach for the Owls is David Bain.
Kyle Miyamoto, thank you so much. You know, the crossovers between these two programs go deeper than just playing each other twice in the regular season. In fact, you have to go all the way back to when Molokai was a contender and Walt Kitan was one of the coaches there in the final. Nearly a dozen years ago, Walt Kitan was the head coach of University. His assistant coach, David Bain, on the opposite side. David Bain, the semifinal round, played HBA. Their head coach, Mao Shioji. David Bain was an assistant for Mao Shioji for 2 years, and so he knocked off one former colleague now, and now in his first year as a head coach of a varsity high school program, David Bain has a chance to make history for Mid-Pacific and claim their first HHSA championship. To our officials here tonight, very, very good crew. Dixon Chun is up on the tower, or Soto down on the floor. Both student sections are in the house here. It is an observed Veterans Day holiday. And so the junior bozos are here for University. And the Owl student base is also here. They're dressed up in the year 2000. That's the theme this year. And the Owls don't really have a crew name. They just call themselves the Crazies. So it's the Crazies against the Bozos here for the Division II championship. We'll hand an Impact Player plaque courtesy of Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official trophy provider for Spectrum OC 16 Sports. For all your special achievements, call Ryan at Mike's Engraving and Trophies. They're located here in IAL.
The year 2000, that's the crazy thing, that's the throwback now, right? Sheesh.
And in that year, it was Punahou to defeat St. Francis in the Division I championship. Remember, Division II didn't fully form until 2005. University yesterday knocking off Damien in 4. Mid-Pacific, a heart-stopping, thrilling victory in 5 over HBA. This is for the D2 crown, and off we go with Ty Sorensen. He gets it across, and the first swing goes outside. That one hit home by Smith.
I am so intrigued to see how this Mid-Pacific Institute team comes out of the gates, right? Like, this is a team that's been the cream of the crop throughout the year in the D2 ILH. They won the championship, but, like, this is uncharted territory.
There's 3 losses this year to the 3 Division I squads in the ILH. The only other loss came to University Laboratory. The set goes to Sylvester. So the heavy hitters, 1 for each team, break the scoring seals.
I mean, she went off last night. 25 kills, hitting 500, nearly unstoppable. The service pressure from Mid-Pacific is going to be really key here tonight.
Hit a variety of good shots, too. They had no answer for her. Smith to the left side, pushes that one long, and it's ruled off a touch. 2 here for Smith.
You know, and against the quality of blocking that University Lab has, those kind of hits, the high hands, the hitting off the corners of the blocks, that's going to be really key. You're not going to see a lot of straight down hits against Millie Sylvester.
Best of 5 here for the Division II crown. Goes oval Sylvester, and there's a swing for Baptiste. That one picked up in the back row. Scanlon gets it across. Smith tries to put it down and does. They go to work early.
And that's what I was really impressed of in last night's semifinals is we saw the fastballs, but we also saw some really good decision making. How about the defense as well from Karis Kai?
Karis Kai spent 4 years on this varsity program. Emerged as a leader in this group. Kalima Izumi got the contact. Sylvester stepping out there. Tight at the net. Scanlon tries to fling it out. There's a swing there for Eglinton. That's a net.
Got 2 very contrasting setting styles on the Mid-Pacific side. They're doing the 6-2, and you can see on the follow-through there in the tape. On the other side, for University, they got 1 setter. They're running the 5-1, a switch they made halfway through the season.
This one tried to be jammed, but Sylvester was there, denying Eva a hand. Bigger blast from Eglinton, and she's roofed.
You know, while Keaton has been keeping tabs and keeping in touch with Millie Sylvester over the years, the 2 years since she transferred and moved over to Missouri. It's like you win the lottery, right, when she comes back home.
For sure. Hawaii wins the lottery as well. And gets it right to Kai, pushed it across. This goes to Sylvester on a runner, rattled the cable. Peyton Smith was there. Bump set, Eglinton, down the line, got it.
That combination, you're going to see a lot of that tonight. Scanlon to Eglinton, they just have this uncanny connection. Rolling it up, and then right side, left side, Eglinton's a real deal.
There's uncharted territory here for a senior class that say, hey, look, you know, we're just tired of losing. We want to win. We want to win consistently. We want to leave our legacy. Slice shot that misses here for Kalima Izumi.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to the athletic director for Mid-Pacific, Scott Wagner. This is a program, they've got a lot of great programs, right? Their air riflery team is a pretty consistent state championship. Their baseball team, Dunmar Maru, leading that squad as well.
Sylvester knocks it down. Yeah, but for Mid-Pacific, I mean, this is a chance. This is a chance. Sylvester capitalizing on every chance she's had tonight. Part of a great group of future Rainbow Wahine players that will help feed Manoa over the next 2 seasons, the classes of 24 and 25. Sylvester lines one across. Scanlon right in the middle. Eglinton. She is jumpy.
I'm telling you, when those 2 players come in, right, with the 6-2, an opposite will come in with a setter, right? And you just see this uncanny limbo back and forth where they just play off of each other's energy because they're on the side together, they go on the court together.
Both teams, their school colors are green. Both of them wearing black jerseys here tonight. Feeds it outside to swing for Kalima Izumi. That one picked up in the back row. And Eglinton gets that one to go.
Wow, great dig there from Alyssa Mae Fujishima in the back row. That's our Candice Fujishima's daughter, right? One of our Spectrum producers.
Ooh. Game on. Here's Fujishima. Snuck it to the back, worked it to the middle there for a spin. She's denied at the net. It's a bump set there from Sorensen. Got it out for a tip for Kalima Izumi. They scramble. Fujishima, a bump set. Stack from the left. Arcing went over and out. Good battle so far here, set one. Owls hitting 300. And a lot of good swings and out digging University Laboratory here. 5-0. Here's Nakasato. Fujishima will, or rather, Scanlon will set it outside. This one goes long. After the swing there from Stack.
You know, as Nakasato goes back to serve, I think one of the greatest storylines is she's a first-time setter. Never set in school ball before, never set in club ball before. And at the beginning of the year, Walter Catan kind of looked around and said, like, hey, you're going to need to step up here.
Exactly. Who do I have? Who can step up? With that old adage of just kind of learning how to swim being thrown in the deep end. As Nakasato knocks one down.
And what's really cool is that her brother, Micah Nakasato, is actually an amazing setter on the men's team. He's actually on the bench there at the end of the bench. He's one of the managers.
Up top, the swing from Stack. Net called here, University Laboratory. It's on a Spinda. Contreras back in. Stanowski back in here for the Owls.
Mid-Pacific will definitely use their full arsenal of substitutions.
17-player roster. Contreras, the senior. Floating one outside, big blast. Tell you what, Dutcher, when she takes an approach, she capitalizes. She does it right there.
Coach Catan calling her the X factor. When she's on, she's really on. Gonna need to have her coming up big here tonight.
Contreras feeds it to the middle. Tap down, Destiny look. Almost had it home. Off a bump set, Kai. Gets it out, arcing Stanowski. Good pick up there from Sorensen. It's fed out to Baptiste. Contreras gonna feed it to the right. Stack has that one dug up. Here's Dutcher. Off a pop-up. Kai's got to chase it down. Who's gonna hit it? Shoved it over by Stanowski. Right to Dutcher. Back out to Baptiste. Just finds the back area.
These two teams, so many times we'll talk about their offense, but their defense, this last rally showed it, right? Both sides playing amazing defense, showing a lot of patience, and then take a look at that cuff down the line.
Lima Izumi, pretty good server, gets that one clean right to Kai. That one off the touch, a spin that kept it alive after the swing from Stack. Here comes Baptiste. Fished in there. Stack again. There goes Kalima Izumi. Dutcher. Oh, man, all over the place there. It's Furuyama in the back row. Stack from the left. That one pulled in by Sorensen. Dutcher again. Oh, again. It's Furuyama. From the back row, free ball. 9-8 the score. Attack middle of Spinda.
Wow.
Hot hands from Kai. Contreras in that group with Stack being the hero.
Stack finishes the play, but Mari Furuyama, 3 different attempts throughout that rally popped it up. She's on her way to Rice, and she's showing you some high-level defensive ability.
9-9. Stack was awesome, 15 and 16 against the Eagles in that 5-set winner. Nakasato gets it out. Big bomb there from Baptiste.
You know, if you look at this university team and who's the carryovers from that championship squad, Ducher played a big role there on the right side. Kalima Izumi was a libero switching over, and then back to serve. Sorensen was the defensive specialist for that team.
A good amount of ILH All-Stars from last year for both squads. Kalima Izumi, one of them, for the University Laboratory. Here's Kai now. Got it to the other libero, Ty Sorensen. Nakasano to Sylvester.
Oh, man. You could just see it happening in slow motion, right? And it's just, she's just so tall and she's so strong and she's got such great footwork. And there's really nothing you can do if you're on the other side. And that shows you, like, it's not D2, it's not D1. That is like D1, collegiate D1, right?
11-11. With Pacific, for the most part, leading the entire ILH regular season this year. Nakasano, Sylvester. Oh! Heads up, 7-up. Kai, duck and cover.
That's going to leave a mark, right? That's one of those digs that I think you start putting your head, you got to put your hand up quicker and protect the face.
You said limbo earlier?
Look at the flexibility, right?
Exactly.
That would have hit me. I'm not that flexible.
Here's Peyton Smith, got it off a block, pulled in there by Baptiste. In the middle, Sylvester. What an impact she makes when she steps on the floor. Ileana Sylvester hitting 7-14, 5 kills, and a 2-point lead here for the Junior Bows.
Hey, I'm officially a Zipster now. I signed up for Zipster rewards, and now I get to feed on free Zippies.
Well, me too, but what does it mean to be a Zipster?
Being a Zipster?
Yeah. You ever tried getting out there? I tried once. Never. Yeah, I paddled out like 100 yards. It came right back. Off a fly in there is Eglinton. And she's denied the net. The momentum being built now here from the Junior Bows.
I mean, when Millie gets back on the court, right, it's crazy. It's crazy. Offensive, blocking.
All around. 5 kills here tonight, couple of blocks. Baptiste dropped it off there for Kai. Fed it outside. Eglinton goes out.
You know, so many times we talk about the red zone and how you do at the ends of sets. In the ILH championship match, University was a 3-set sweep by Mid-Pacific, but the University had set points in the first 2 sets as well.
Scanlon get it outside. It's Smith to push it wide left. No good.
Man, it's so crazy. University looks like the more relaxed, more confident team right now. Mid-Pacific looks like they're pressing just a little bit.
Smith again, connected on her first 3 swings. The 5th one off the block. Over Sylvester, right to Kalima Izumi.
We've seen that shot from both University Lab outside hitters. Super hard swing, just a real nice flat line shot.
Owls need time. Junior Bows separation. 17-11, set 1 in the New City Nissan Division II State Championship. Bows, possible back-to-back wins. Air Force stands in their way. Hawaii will take on Air Force. Spectrum Sports PPV, we get you going with Game On tomorrow at 5:15. Alea Baptiste, so steady, so great this year, part of a 5-person senior class. Part of this squad, a couple of kills, hitting 400. Line called here on Mid-Pacific. The set came from Scanlon. It's real tight at the net. Mid-Pacific Hitting 043 right now. And that'll go higher. Smith able to hit it. That's Smith effective again from the middle. ILH All-Star from a year ago. 4 kills now, hitting 425. Nice numbers, but gotta find some serving consistency. And David Bain wanted to say, you know, we want to serve aggressive. That's kind of been the focal point of our success this year. But sometimes it either goes 10-foot line or it goes 10 rows in his hands.
Yeah.
Just trying to dial it in. There's Miliana Sylvester. Into the net. That's the first error of any kind for Sylvester tonight. Hitting or serving.
You know, I talked to Coach Kitana about how aware his players were of the history. And he said, you know, we know the history. We know all the success we've had in the past. My players know that we've won 9 championships, but really it's about being in this moment, having fun, going out and playing your hardest.
Going reeled in by Kalima Izumi. Espinda into the double block, and it's down. Destiny Look trying to poke that one up. Just couldn't get it over the cable.
I mean, you look at this team, and they've got some young up-and-coming players, right? You got Espinda, Nakasado's just a sophomore.
Walkitan in his second season, or second stint, I should say, as a head coach.
And this was not necessarily a voluntary stint, right? Like, he's the athletic director, and at the end of the season, he said, hey, I got talent coming back, I got great players, we got a really good team. And yet he couldn't find a candidate who wanted to coach a team. And I'll tell you right now, is one of the things that he said, and one of the things I found is, like, the expectations don't necessarily always match the appreciation level for coaches. Coaching is a hard job.
Yeah, for sure. And he's done it in a variety of different sports, like volleyball, basketball. He had a cup of coffee as the golf head coach at one point.
Yeah.
And if you want to talk about, you know, Coach Scott, the athletic director for Mid-Pacific, if you want to talk to the athletic director for University Laboratory, just talk to Walkie Talk.
Yeah.
He's been the guy. He's done it at such a high level, at such a consistent level as well. Of course, took the junior bows to a Division II basketball championship 7 years ago. And few coaches have achieved that level of success. Chris McLaughlin flirted in both, right, and found success. But to win a boys basketball state title and a girls volleyball state title.
And as a player, too, right? They won back-to-back basketball championships. That team, I mean, that was the team that I looked up to back in the day with James Williams, Brad Stewart, Kenny Harrison. That was like, and Walt Guitan was a big part of every one of those squads.
The 87, 88 years, right? And,
yep. Danny Alvarez, part of that group as well.
The Mid-Pacific was nip and tuck the majority of this first set, around the 9-9 mark. And then since then, it's become 21-13 junior bows. University Laboratory campus, literally across the street from the University of Hawaii. Not a ton of buildings out there, but it's a tight-knit community. And, of course, University Laboratory, the boys' side, getting to the final last year. Wow. Scanlon's going to feed it outside. Eglinton knocks that one down.
Yeah, and for this Mid-Pacific team, it's just about getting the breathing going again, playing ball. Don't really fixate on the score. Just try to find your game again, right? That's the beautiful thing about the volleyball format, best of 5. There's room for error.
Of course, this is the 15-year anniversary since the HHSA tournament switched to a best of 5. Big swing denied there is Dutcher, and tight at the net. Well done by Nakasato, and finally pushed across by Baptiste. On the counter, wide open there for Destiny Look, and look what she found.
And she's that spark plug for the team. You know, talking to Coach Bain, said that when she gets going, she's fun. She'll like to dance. She gets our team feeling nice and loose.
And fading away there, Kalima Izumi. What a great dive out there from Kai to save it. Bumped across by Contreras. Nakasato feeds it middle. Hit hard. Kalima Izumi.
The end of that play, Ava Espinda, listed at 5'7". She's going right over the top. Love the defense from Kai. And then take a look, just jumping out of the gym. Nice high extension.
Espinda able to knock that one down, and that one pulled in by Kai. To the right, there's Stack. For sure. Yes. Puncher able to hit that one and scored.
2 for 5, hitting 400. Feeling it. Not making a lot of mistakes. You talked about it, right? For the match so far, the first set, one error, hitting 423.
This late into the season, that's crazy. Kalima Izumi gets it over. A flying there for Cunningham. Can't get that one. Swing for Baptiste. Yes.
I mean, just continues. If you look at the stats, Mid-Pacific's not doing very bad. They're playing pretty decent ball, but it's been lights out so far from ULS.
This is with Sylvester on the bench. Here's set point. Oh, just had to be stabbed up initially there by Stack. Stack runs after and palms it across. He'll try and win it. Dutcher off the chest there of Kai. Goes out there to Stack. Stack right to Espinda, who one times it. Contreras back to Stack. Picked up Kalima Izumi. Flung out Dutcher. Tipped it. Diving there is Kai. To Stack. Over the double block and it drops down. Stack went back on the attack.
Took it to the rack.
Pulls them within 8. Stack has to go on a pretty good streak right now. Can still win it. Espinda. Over the line, I think Espinda when she landed. Yep. Went up, swung at it. Pretty healthy swing when she landed that foot across the center stripe.
I'm telling you, the floor's so bouncy, right? Like you're going to do things that you're not necessarily used to doing because of the bounce.
They serve aggressively again. Got it there to Baptiste. Dutcher turns it. That one went off the block of Cunningham and finally hit over by Baptiste. Picked up by Contreras. Goes right to Peyton Smith. Pushed it out. And the Junior Bows take set 1. Oh, so sly. Maybe not. Bringing the boom. Miliana Sylvester. 5 first set kills in a 1-0 lead.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
How deep do Pizza Hut's roots run in Hawaii? Through all the decades, we know what our island ohana love. Great taste at an even better price. Like our large one-topping carry-out pizza for just $14.99. You choose your favorite topping, pepperoni, olives, sausage, or any other single topping. Our $14.99 large one-topping pizza. Order online and carry one out today. Only at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
I'm 50 Feet. And I'm Mayha. And you're watching Spectrum OC16.
At Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union,
exclusively on Spectrum. Well, a junior bow, that'll be really a full bow by the time she hits the collegiate level. Miliana Sylvester kind of living up to the hype that's been built up when she came to Hawaii and now here in the state final.
There's nothing junior about her, right? Just over the top. That's the major bow going on. She's really set this confident tone, and I'll tell you, if you're going to Mid-Pacific, you got to serve tougher. Got to serve tougher. They got 0 aces. They got only 1 mistake. Looking at the stat column on the other side, University Laboratory, that might be their best set of the year. The defense looks good. 2 blocks at the net, 2 aces, and then lights out offense, hitting 355.
for the Jack in the Box Set 1 stats. What do you think the trajectory is for someone like Sylvester by the time she hits college?
You know what I like about her is she's humble and works really hard, right? So when you couple that with the athleticism she has, she's going to be that athlete who gets the full potential out of herself, right? So I think the sky's the limit. It's so perfect that she's coming in right when they need a force to kind of replace Amber Igidi.
Mid-Pacific had their chances, right? I mean, through the first 18 points, dug well, but then they got on a streak of untimely passing. Took them out of their rhythm, and University took advantage of it.
Yeah, and on the other side, for this University team, they've got an old libero, they've got a new libero, and they've got a really good passer on top of that as well, right? So Baptiste is doing great things. There's really no easy target for your service pressure, but Mid-Pacific's got to find someone to go after.
Here for Mid-Pacific, it'll be Nico Stack to get us going again. Sylvester!
And you can just see the body language from Mid-Pacific, right? When something like that happens, all of a sudden everyone just goes into their shell. You just want to be protective of your head, your face, your body, your ego.
Your house, everything. She is just a force to be reckoned with. Oh my goodness. She's knocked over everything here.
Offensively for this Mid-Pacific team, Peyton Smith's been the most successful. 5 kills off of 9 swings, hitting .330. Keep on going, back to her.
Dutcher got it off a touch and scored it.
And see, even when they get an out-of-system play and Nakasato's got a bump set, Nakasato's got a really good bump set, and you got Dutcher doing things like this out of the back row on the D-ball. Looking like a lefty Adriana Arquette.
We'll see in our second match here tonight for the Division I championship. Picked up there by Kai, floated along and down. What a tip there by Hand. Her hand able to get her first one. Pretty young coaching staff here for Mid-Pacific. And for David Bain, he's been all over the place. Counselor at Kaimuki, graduated from Roosevelt. In fact, we had Roosevelt Kaimuki play football for the OI Division II championship. In 2000, Gravely's coached at St. Louis and HBA. Sylvester around the block, pulled in there by Stack. Fed it outside, Eglinton.
Starts with the tough serve. They get the pass off the net, out of system. Yeah, every time you say David Bain, I think about the magician, and I think David Bain's going to have to bring some magic out here tonight, right? For you win your first state championship, that's not an easy task, even if you are the favorite. Sometimes even worse when you are the favorite. I feel like in a lot of recent history in the D2 level, the one that comes in the favorite actually hasn't been able to pull through at the very end.
Yeah. It's been time and time again. I mean, Les Jardins has felt both sides of that.
Exactly. The year that they were supposed to win, they didn't. The year they weren't supposed to win, they won.
Smith got it over Sylvester, overpass. There's Eglinton. Back to her. Good pick up there by Sylvester. Again, all over the place. A bump set. Here's Dutcher. Eglinton. That one pulled in there by Baptiste. They're going to feed it down the middle. Sylvester. Great job from Kai to duck underneath that one. Substitutes out. Here comes Peyton Smith. Smith spent the last few years at the varsity level, and that finds the floor.
And these rotations now, so when you play against a team like University Laboratory School where they have like this lights-out offensive player, those 3 rotations then they're on, you almost just want to tread water there, and then when you have the chance and she's on the side, this is where they got to score some points.
Worked into the middle, is spinned up, rat-a-tatted up. Eglinton got it there, bumped across by Stack. One-timer, that one I think hit by Stack. Then Dutcher, then one-time back over. by Nakasato. A 5'4" sophomore.
And she's just throwing it down, right? Like this is the move where if you set a ball like that, you probably get called on a double, but for some reason when you attack it on the third contact, it's all good.
Her first one here tonight with 15 assists and a dart of an ace.
I tell you, the one biggest difference in terms of what I thought I might see here tonight and what I am seeing is probably the play of Maya Nakasato. She is playing lights out right now.
Eglinton, biggest hit tonight.
Scanlon just putting up the sauce. I'll tell you, you probably chart her sets and assists. She probably goes 60-70% of the time she sets the ball. It's going right to number 3.
Here's Alyssa Fujishima. Her softball athlete as well. Pokes it across. There's Dutcher. A fling out. There's Kalima Izumi to get the swing. It's a runner. Eglinton tipped it over. Dutcher to save it. Nakasato goes outside after a swing from Kalima Izumi. Nakasato back to her. Kalima Izumi into the block there. And hit out. What a block from Destiny Look.
Destiny, look what I found. Right? Just hung, just stayed up on high with the hands and threw it down.
Everything starts with serving, according to David Bain. Nakasato will have to try and run after it. Holy smokes, how did she do that? Dutcher just got it in fair territory. And just landed out in front of Baptiste.
And Mid-Pacific has officially taken the momentum back, right? They were looking down and out at the end of the first set, but they've come out strong here. They've served tough, made some good defensive plays.
Fujishima goes into the net.
They got one more rotation, does Mid-Pacific, with Millie Sylvester on the sideline. So try to get that lead up.
Maya Kalima Izumi. Darts one across there to Stack. Eglinton. What a sprawl there from Kalima Izumi. Gets it out for a swinging Baptiste. Maya. Oh, Maya.
I tell you, it is so powerful when you have like 2, 3, 4 liberos out on the court like University has, and then at the very end, just been patient, hitting high hands. Baptiste has been very successful here tonight, hitting 571.
Goodness. Stack on the attack, and then finally, this one swung over there by Destiny Look. Nakasato gets it outside and miss-hit into the net by Baptiste. That lead being maintained here by the Owls.
It's the last rotation before Millie comes back on the court, and this is the one they've been going to Dutcher time and time again on the right side, and she's been very successful.
Contreras and Strongowski into the game here for the Owls. Dutcher around the block, sliding out there was Kai. Floated along, there's Look. Kalima Izumi, and then outside there's Dutcher. Hard angle near the elbows of Contreras. It's a bump here for Strongowski. Finally popped up by Nakasato. Dutcher again. Yes. I love Dutcher's play.
If she can play at this high a level, she's the one who gets them out of jail, right? She's the one who takes the lemonade, the lemons, and turns it into lemonade.
Because of that, it allows Sylvester to come back in. Checks into the front row. Stack. That one popped up there by Baptiste. Here's Baptiste, a runner. 5 for her. Hitting 444.
Right? Nakasato, like she just keeps on putting up these perfect bump sets up in the air. It's so high, but it's predictable. Hitters know right where it's going to go.
The chase down now finally hit over by
Watch out,
Look.
Felipe. Watch out, Felipe.
Sylvester.
It's like when I was a kid, you have these little twisty tops, right? You power them off for a little bit. You crank. they take Sylvester to the side and they just let her kind of power up. And when she gets back on the court, all of a sudden, she gets kills, serves get aces, the team just gets spinning.
It's weird. The whole dynamic and the whole temperature, it seems, of the floor changes when Sylvester gets on. And University Laboratory trying to catch up, but that cools off a bit.
It's like when you're playing beach volleyball and there's like a windy side in your face where that's really good, and then wind at your back where it's really bad. It's good side, bad side, and you just got to try to fight on the one side, and then when you have the odds in your favor, you just try to press the gas pedal down, right?
Blitz.
Yeah, blitz.
Dutcher. Picked up there by Stack. Smith. Hard hit near the net. Bump set Nakasato. Sylvester.
Look at the bump set. You're not supposed to do that, right? Like, in some ways, Nakasato's lack of setting training is allowing her to do some really crazy things. High spinny pass, and she goes with the bump too here. Wow.
Overlook to Smith. Around it. Dutcher dives in off the overpass. It was saved by Contreras. Smith again through the block. Her 6. She's hitting 308. Peyton Smith showing power and leadership. A team that's gone through its fair share of injuries here for Mid-Pacific. Rotation violation on University.
You know, you think about some of those great University Lab school teams, the Robbins sisters for sure, Tanya Fuamatu.
That finds the floor. It's an ace. Karas Kai juicing up her team, and the Owls are first to 13 here in set 2.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by...
Tomorrow we'll have coverage of the first round of the First Hawaiian Bank State Football Championships. To be on Spectrum OC16, it's the Gubs and the Monarchs, the number 3 seed team of the tournament, and the ILH champs. Right now, Pac-5 has a 32-7 lead over Kaimuki in the opening round. So Pac-5 trying to advance to the state semifinals. Nakasato will bump it. Dutcher able to swing it through the block. Picked up there in the back. Here's Peyton Smith. Pushed it out. They wanted a touch. They did not get it. No argue there from David Bain.
Good swing. You just gotta, it's hard to calibrate, right? You got one really big blocker and then one defensive specialist who's trying to block up there at the net and trying to set too, and doing a pretty good job.
Smith. Oh, man. And finally hit over there by Baptiste. Dutcher slides and saves it. Gets it out for Kalima Izumi. Feeds it for Smith. Two-handed push. Kalima Izumi, then Smith.
It's hard to have patience when Sylvester's on the other side of the net, but you're starting to see a little bit more from Peyton Smith. Not a perfect set. She sets the ball over.
(26-22) the dig advantage for the Junior Bows. The Pacific hitting .261. 25 hitting points better than University right now. Sylvester fading away, just got it through. Scanlon going to feed it outside. Oh! Eglinton!
Great set. Everyone in the gym thought this ball was going outside to Peyton Smith on the left. And you can see Sylvester got faked out as well.
7 kills here for Brooke Eglinton. Sorensen gets the pickup. Bump here to Sylvester trying to get active. Forehands went up, went around it. Scanlon, Eglinton again. Shorter block came up, took advantage of it.
I tell you, the understated offense from the right side, it's just so underutilized.
Junior Bows take time, and Mid-Pacific got a 3-point lead. Trying to battle back here in this Division II championship final. Punahou awaits Homea Marumoto and company. Division I championship match later tonight as they try and take on Kamehameha and knock them off after falling short 4 times.
Wow.
This season. Scanlon gets the ace.
You know, David Bain said that our team, we like to keep it light. We laugh a lot on our drive out here. We're the champions of fun, looking to be the champions on the court as well.
Scanlon, the Dutcher. Sylvester wants it, has it. Nearly got it. Picked up there by Kai beautifully. Peyton Smith dug up there by Dutcher. Had to be chased down by Nakasato. It's a rip there for Izumi Kalima, and then finally had to be chased down. Hit over by Smith.
Watch out, Felipe.
Sylvester. Triple block. That one picked up in the back row there by Stack. Smith.
You want to score a point against University Lab? Just make like 7 amazing defensive plays. Set a perfect set on a high spinny play, and then a really smart shot down the line. That was amazing, right? Like, that was a statement point.
Yeah.
Sylvester took 2 big swings. He had a really nice bump set from Nakasato.
Nico Stack is talking to the up official because the bench is going to get, not an official warning, but just, cautionary, hey, just, calm down. Don't get too far out with your excitement onto the floor.
She just got the Dikembe Mutombo finger wag from Dixon Chun.
Yeah. No. Can't blame him, though. First state final, up here in set 2. Trying to battle back into it.
This is a must-win for Mid-Pac, right? This is a must-win. They've got the momentum. They've got a little bit of a cushion. Sylvester in the back row. Like, you want to win this match? You want to win your first school championship? Got to start here in set 2.
Katie Petrinos also in here for University Laboratory along with Ava Espinda. Here is Sylvester. Scanlon feeds it to Smith. How good is Smith, huh?
Yeah. She's crafty. Early in her high school career, she got by with the fastball, right? Fastball. But this season, there's just a different level of sophistication.
9 kills for one of their leaders, hitting 300. Darts one across. Espinda tipped it around the block, picked up by Scanlon. Bumped there by Kai. Flying in, Stack.
All right, you got your main course, you go to Peyton Smith, and then when you want a snack, you go to Stack. It's just like the buffet out here.
Smith got it there. Back up top for Kalima Izumi. It is no touch. All 4 linesmen looked at each other. Dixon Chun says, I'll make a call. No touch, timeout. Here for the Junior Bows.
I bring up the funness is after the first set, you think everyone on the team would be gloomy. You think the heads would be down. And I saw like a dance party going on over at Mid-Pacific. Like, you love the fact that they're young and they're able to get themselves back up on the other side. Wal Kitan, he understands the championship history, looking to make a little bit of his own. He's got some scar tissue too. Like, he's like, I could be the first one to lose this and this and this. But I mean, if you look at his resume, it's one of the best in the state.
And the thing about when he makes an argument too is to say I can be the first one to do this. Just getting the opportunity to do all those things, he totally undersells and he really shortchanges himself. And meanwhile, first-year head coach and his former assistant, David Bain, saying that this first year of being a head coach has taught him a lot about patience. And really, we all kind of jumped into this thing not really knowing each other. I had to learn them, they had to learn me. Bonded over the course of the season. Mid-Pacific started off with 3 straight wins, including a 4-set win over HBA, team they eventually beat in the state semis last night. But has a hand in the intermediate program, so he's trying to teach the same system. So when he got the job interview, wore a nice aloha shirt and slacks, and he was nervous about that too. He brought a whole PowerPoint presentation ready. And when he got to the hiring committee, he said, "Oh, we don't have the technology with us. We weren't prepared for that."
Yeah.
So what he did was he printed out each of the individual slides and said, "Okay, here's my presentation. Here's what I want to do. I want to tear this thing down to kind of bring it back up, and here's how we're going to bring it back up." And so you love a prepared guy, and David Bain earning his flowers this season.
You know, my classmate at UCLA did something very similar. John Spraw, he's now the Olympic team coach, right? Did something very similar when he was going to get the UC Irvine job 20 years ago. Got to be prepared, Felipe. Wow.
Smith, what a dig. Stack. Solid dig in the back row there for Baptiste. Bumped across Kalima Izumi. Near the net, Scanlon beats it. Eglinton.
That is amazing. Everyone in the gym going to see number 3 at the end of that play. But something that David Bain told me about is like, it's the sacrifice and being willing to make defensive plays so that someone else on your team can get the kill, right? And that's exactly what we saw from Peyton Smith there.
Slotted over there by Nakasato. Eglinton got off a touch and got it down. The Owls feeling it.
Eglinton started pretty slow, and right now she's up to 10 kills. She's hitting .333. She's leading all attackers tonight. Really the big storyline.
.333 hitting. A running start, Kalima Izumi sliding in there with Kai. Fed it out. They're stacked. A spin to triple block. And off the overpass. Scanlon. Back outside the stack. Nakasato to Dutcher. Gets a running start. Finally picked up there by Kai. Scanlon outside Eglinton. Net called. University Laboratory. He said it's a spinda.
Karis Kai making another dig. She has been all over the court. 12 digs. Leads all defensive players here tonight.
It's set point. Free chance. Smith. Not an easy chance, though. Eglinton says, why not? Oh, she won it! Brooke Beeston in Big Red Country. Here in the state final. 12 here for Eglinton, dominating the second frame. And off we go to set 3, tied at a set apiece. Mid-Pacific finding a way to mine within themselves the energy to try and make this a match, and boy did they get it from Brooke Eglinton. With 12 kills now, hitting 400 through 2 sets.
Yeah, making really good decisions. She's hitting away from Sylvester in the middle. She's hitting off-speed shots. She's been so effective on that right side.
For the match, hitting 275 are the Owls, 234 for the junior bows, but these are the set 2 stats. Look at the hitting percentage.
Yeah, it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the 2 sets, right? All of a sudden, Mid-Pacific can't do any wrong offensively. Only 1 hitting error throughout. They serve 4 aces, both sides. I mean, what a treat to see the defensive level on both sides that we just saw.
How many aces that we have seen, particularly in Peyton Smith. I mean, her 9 kills and her ace, and getting them out of passing rotation and rhythm has been great. They got it here from Milan Scanlon as well. 16 assists, an ace from her. And Mid-Pacific did a good job of keep Sylvester, for the most part, off the floor. Had 5 kills in the first set, just 3 here in the second set.
Yeah, and not many attempts, right? And a big part of that was they served so tough that the 3 rotations, she was in the front row. She didn't get opportunities.
And so now this best of 5 is a best of 3 for the Division II crown. Here's Smith off the double block and down. So she's got 10.
And you think about who she's got to go against between Dutcher and Sylvester. That's as big a block as University puts up there. And just hitting high, flat hands. Really smart decision making.
Kai got it across right there to Sorensen. Sylvester knocks that one down.
Sorensen's playing lights out. I remember in the championship match a couple of years ago, you know, she was young. She was a sophomore, playing a little bit more tentative. But take a look. She's passing. She's getting in. She's covering.
Well more certain than what she was, right? Even just a year ago. Even just the start of the season. Sylvester picked up there by Kai. Here's Smith. Into the block of Sylvester. Finally popped up by Nakasato. Dutcher will bump it outside. There for Baptiste, who goes out. Subs in here for the Owls. Eglinton back in. Scanlon also back in. And Strongowski in here for the Owls. There's Scanlon. Floating one along right there. Sylvester went a long way to run after it. Almost like a triple jumper.
Yeah. She's so nimble, right? Like, you're not supposed to be that nimble at that size. You think about that's the most difficult set in the book, the back slide. And Nakasato's trying her hardest, but there's going to be some variety there.
Stack gets the contact. Eglinton gets that swing.
I mean, I'm just getting like Tom Brady, Justin Edelman flashbacks, right? Like, you just know where your favorite receiver is all the time, and you just find him over and over again. The targeting off the charts.
She has delivered time and time again. 13 for her. Sylvester.
Her court vision is silly, right? Like, she goes up on this, and she actually saw the open spot and really cuffed it to the right side of the court. This is the best. I mean, how great is that angle? Net cam to the nest cam.
In the middle, Eglinton. Out.
Right, and what happens? Sylvester gets one kill, sucks the oxygen out of the room, and all of a sudden you got Mid-Pacific making some mistakes. All of a sudden, University so much more confidence.
And now trying to hold serve here for the Junior Bows. Fires one right to Kai. Tight at the net, this one. How about the adjustment? Hand.
Eva Hand is listed at 5'6", and I'll tell you, she might be the best blocker that Mid-Pacific has. She also makes really good decisions offensively as well. Hitting 500. Doesn't get a lot of opportunities, right? But when she does, she hits good shots.
4-4. A sidewinder serve that ends up in the stands off of Kalima Izumi.
She's put some pressure on behind the line, right? And we always talk about it. The defensive specialist job, that is like the least glory, the most pressure. Making it look easy.
Fujishima puts it across. Scanlon gonna go outside. It's a runner for Baptiste, and then finally still kept alive. And this one poured out. Stack had a chance at that one. Just couldn't put it down. That one hit out.
Both coaching staffs. Even David Bain, he said he's coached boys, girls, he's coached basketball, he's coached volleyball. We got a couple of lifetime coaches here.
For sure. Stands in the middle there for Destiny. Look, here's Dutcher with the left with a hammer. Her fifth.
It's such an advantage to be a lefty on the right side, and she just does such an amazing job of swooping in, jumping past the block, reaching high.
Josh pushed long.
So many times when we come to these championship matches, you see two teams that are maybe not ready for the moment. I feel like tonight we've got two teams playing at a really high level, entertaining volleyball, great defense, two master coaches, even though, David Bain in really his first year here at Mid-Pacific.
Off the pickup and a swing. That's good there for Kalima Izumi. Good for the Junior Bows. To kind of go along those lines too. Remember, when the ILA season ended, that was October the 12th. So they had to wait 3.5 weeks. It is the longest stretch of the season between games for any team in any league this year. And popping that one down is Destiny. Look.
She's made some good plays here tonight. Yeah, a different format, right? And different teams did different things. I know Milan Scanlon, she got a bunch of the players together. They were doing workouts, weight room stuff with her father, Jason. Got that football background.
The pickup there from Sorensen. Dutcher got that swing. Here's Peyton Smith. Popped up in the back. Here comes Dutcher again. That one off the block of Luck. What an amazing save by Cut. Smith nearly put it down. Bumped up by Nakasato. A swung on there by Baptiste. From the middle, that one rat-a-tatted off. Look. Oh my goodness! What a near save from Nakasato on the ground.
Which of the 17 digs do we want to take a look at here? Just spinning like a top and still finding the ball. On the other side, look at the range from Ty Sorensen going from left back to middle back.
Wicked. Baptiste got the contact. Dutcher gets the swing. Off of Look. There's Smith. Net called. Junior Bose.
The libero play in Hawaii, it's just crazy, right? It's crazy. Every week I get calls from a different college coach across the country going, who do you got? Who do you got? I need a libero.
And it's just a full army of talent. It's really been tapped in here these last few years. Contreras will set it up. Off a sliding dig there was Nakasato. Here's Dutcher over the top of the block. Got to be fished in. There was Kai. Swung on there by Smith, who stashed it away.
I tell you, midway through the third set here, you get the idea that this is going to be a war of attrition as well, right? It's not going to just be all passion. It's not going to just be all firepower. It's going to be who's put more time in the weight room, on the track, in training and preparing to get to this match.
Look at point, because this is it. There is nothing after this.
Yeah.
Tipped over there by Baptiste. Sliding there was Smith. They flung it right back to the middle. Poked across there by Nico Stack. Here comes Dutcher from the right. Shot that one long. Junior Bros don't want to take a timeout here because they're approaching the automatic stoppage 2 points away. But you want to get as close as you can, obviously. Put a tourniquet on the bleeding. Working to the middle is Spinda up the top of the cable. Went right back to her. Baptiste couldn't get it. Spinda going to set it tight at the net, though. And it is down.
Strongoski, not once but twice, being a strong presence at the net. Perfect timing, waits for the ball to get over. How many times did we see someone jump the gun on that play?
12-7. Owls were first to 13 in set 2. Rolling here in set 3. Chase down. Kalima Izumi finally bumped over Strongoski there. How about the set to Smith? Joust there with Dutcher. Kai will bump set it. Smith rips at it and scores. Peyton Smith turning the Cannon Activity Center to Peyton's place. She has 13, and Mid-Pacific's first to 13. How about this? The 21st meeting in the final between these two programs, Buff and Blue and Warriors, and the 6th time they meet this season, where the Warriors have won 14 of the 20 sets played. Win tonight for the Buff and Blue title 10, win for the Warriors title 24, and the team that missed the tourney last year hopes to turn it around in 2023. 13-7, set 3, Division II final. And Mid-Pacific with the lead and growing.
Yeah, you know, this third match, first match, Mid-Pacific won the first 2 sets, and it was a reverse sweep by University. The second one, 3 straight sweep. This is following its own script, right? We're off the grid here.
Thornton had to pick up, swing there by Dutcher. Picked up by Espinda. Nakasato gets it outside. There goes Baptiste. Smith was there. From the back row, man, Stack.
They can't do anything wrong. They're hitting 300 now for the match, and that's after they hit below 100 for the first set.
They're hitting 400 in this frame alone.
Crazy.
Mid-Pacific up 8. Baptiste, here comes Dutcher trying to get active. Off to block it out.
And don't look now. And don't be dismayed. Have hope because Miliana Sylvester back in the front row. Remember this point, 8:15. There's a 7-point gap. Let's see where they're at in 3 rotations. I think they got to be maybe a 2-point gap by that time if they got a chance here.
Sorensen, good serve. Smith, Sorensen's there. From the back row, Kalima Izumi, yes! Flag went up, flag went back down. Real close to the line. And the junior both score.
Mark Nakasato got some double pump action there in the back line. David Bain knew it was the right call, and we get to see well in.
Yeah, good call from the officials there. That one rattled by Look. We return to live action.
So the setting crew for this Mid-Pacific team doing a really good job. They're getting the good passing, and they're running middles, left, right, keeping University off guard here.
Nakasato Sylvester rises and scores. She's got 12, hitting .524. But a 3-rotation player trying to maximize the points, down 6.
And it doesn't even look like she's broken a sweat, right? That's the crazy thing. I'll tell you, back in my day when I was a middle, you didn't get to go out in the back row. They made you stay out. You had to either be a passer or they'd hide you in the passing rotation, right? Like it's now become much more specialized. It's too bad we don't get to see Sylvester for 3 more rotations, right? It's just the 3 rotations, 3 and done.
Dutcher. Smith through the block. Kalima Izumi. Sylvester wants it. Push it out.
One of 11 children moved to Missouri with her parents during the pandemic, and Walter Catan was just waiting for the mom to say, hey, you know what? She's coming to University of Hawaii. We want her to finish where she first played volleyball in 7th grade at University Laboratory School.
It's one of the few service errors that we have seen here over the last 2 sets. Still enough time to make a run here for University Laboratory, but this pace and tempo being controlled by the 1 seed in the tourney. Oh my goodness, how about the quick hands there from Hand? Sylvester tipped it over the top, sniffed out there by Smith. Eglinton, Kalima Izumi, oh, another violation over the line this time. It's on Sylvester. Timeout, Junior Bows. Is this the night? Mid-Pacific gets in the record books. 18-11 up in set 3.
My Monster Tacos are back, and now they're angry. You won't like them when they're angry. You'll love them. Spicy seasoned tacos with lettuce, taco sauce, and melty American cheese inside a red shell. 'Cause, you know, angry. Spicy angry. Try them today.
I got me a paradise. It's your paradise too.
Experience the
Trademark that?
Starting to get some of the overlap of fans as Punahou and Kamehameha are here. It's been dress-up weeks all throughout the week. It's back in the day, 2000. That's the the dress-up theme here for the Owls. Nakasato to Sylvester off of 6 hands. It's a back bump. Kalima Izumi, yes! Everyone had the attention on her. Nobody picked up that back corner, and Izumi takes advantage.
That shot's just so good. That's older brother Isaiah. That's like one of his shots, right? You look one way, and then at the last minute, you just turn the wrist. So deceptive.
Here's Sylvester. Off a push, chase down. Wow, what a move there by Hand just to get near it. And off an overpass, a chance. Scanlon fed it out. Eglinton down the line. What a pickup by Petrinos. A runner and a stack shot.
This Mid-Pacific team, I'll tell you, I was ready to count them out after the first set, right? Like they had their chance. Hey, it was a good run. ILH championships. Not on their watch.
19-12. Took care of set 2, 25-14. Kalima Izumi hits it out. 20-12. Junior Bowl still have a timeout left. Things looking bleak right now in the frame. It's been all Mid-Pacific. Dutcher rattled the cable. Oh my goodness, what a dig there by Furiyama, but ruled a double contact.
I mean, this team, right? Like, you've got amazing defense across the board. Kai is going to be a D1 libero at some point in time. You got Furiyama, who's already committed to Rice, top 25 program in the country. On the other side, Sorensen's amazing. Kalima Izumi, amazing, going to be a libero. I would even say that Maya Nakasato is going to be a libero on the collegiate level as well.
How many sophomore setters or liberos have we seen this year just really steal the show? And Nakasato's done it a number of ways here tonight. Sorensen able to get that dig. Kalima Izumi gets it off a block. Reached out there by Scanlon. Kai bumps it outside, and it's down. Stack. 7 for her.
The pin hitters for Mid-Pacific, and it's not just one, right? It's been Stack, it's been Eglinton, it's been Smith. And I like what Bain's doing too, right? He's giving Smith some breaks in the back row as well, letting her take some rest because she's going to take some big swings down the row.
Contreras. Dutcher with the left, rattle the cable, diving is Kai. And just underhanded across there by Stack. Dutcher tries the opposite side, finds an open spot. 8 for her, hitting 259.
Dutcher's really the key, right? Like on the one side, you've got all those pin hitters, but for University, it's when Sylvester's not in the front row, Dutcher's got to carry him through some tricky situations.
Furiyama in the back row got the reception there. Quick tap from Destiny Look. And Baptiste gets denied. (22-14). Mid-Pacific's hitting 316 here in the match after going 121 in the first set and a timeout.
I got a lot of respect for what this team's doing on the court. I also got a lot of respect for what Paul Turnbull has done for Mid-Pacific Institute. I'll tell you, I feel like in a lot of ways they're doing a lot of cutting edge things. I think that one of the first schools that were handing out laptops to every student in the school, and I think this David Bain hire has been a really smart decision as well.
And David Bain knew it was going to have its trials and tribulations over the course of the season, so he felt that team bond was extra important this year to figure out, okay, where are we at this moment and where do we want to go? So over the course of the year, right, they found ways to, bond with each other. So they actually just more recently went ghost hunting, which is a very unique experience, right? And
the team did.
Right, yeah, the team did, right? Right, with Kapunui, right, the legendary ghost storyteller locally, went to the Kamehameha statue.
Wow.
I said, was anybody scared or anything? Oh, yeah, we were scared. They were scared. Our assistant coaches were scared. And all of a sudden the assistants were like, oh, I wasn't scared. No, you were scared. And then it just becomes a whole finger-poking debate. But through all of that, right, it galvanizes the team. And
totally. I'll tell you one more interesting one that I just read an article about as well. Is AI.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how are we embracing it? We're going to actually let the students take some leadership roles on how forming a committee. Because, do you do chat GPT?
Yeah.
I've never done it, but like, you know, that's the reality. That's like back in the day, probably at some point in time, someone said, like, we can't use calculators, right? And here we are with now we got software that can write papers for you.
Grayson Sarai in the front row of the Orlando jersey, one of the best baseball players you're going to find in Mid-Pacific. Right there, the Orlando jersey. Yeah, give him some love out there. He's happy to be here. In fact, his sister is playing in a softball tournament in Nevada, so he adjusted his flight to make this trip, and then he's going to take a red eye to go see the sister. That's a brother, and that's a heck of a student, a great guy.
I'm trying to. Back in the 2000s, is that like Run DMC and stuff over there? Like, what am I looking at there?
You're looking at, I think, Nelly in that group, right?
Okay.
Ja Rule, right?
Okay, all right.
Yeah. 22-15. Touchdown. Oh, Sylvester! A denial on Destiny look.
Speaking of ghosts, right? Well, wasn't Sylvester like some happy ghost? This Sylvester, she's happy on the outside, but I'll tell you, she's been sitting on the sideline waiting to make lives miserable on the court.
Ooh. Smith running after it. Dutcher got the block. So I got a re-feed there for Smith. Dutcher into the blocking down. And she just roared. Didn't look like she hit it cleanly, but just got in front of the double block. And timeout here for the Owls.
Like this timeout from David Bain. You know, I asked him, hey, who are your mentors? Who are the people you talk to between Natchez and stuff? Tioni Obre at the top of that list. And obviously, if you want to go win a championship, that's the guy who has taken the HBA boys program to the top of the mountain quite a few times.
Great things are happening at the University Laboratory campus, right? It's not the biggest of campuses that you're going to find, but they help play a part in the role of a lot of Pac-5 sports, obviously, ones that they can't build up their own baseball teams such as that, football teams as well. Basketball's looking really good these last few years, and well, Kitan, it's kind of interesting because it's a small school, but it's like DNA is almost like run like a mom and pop shop, right? Everyone's helping it. It's such a family-oriented campus, and
although he did say, like, I said, what's the difference now in the athletic programs than before? He said, now that we are a public charter school, there's a lot more regulations. Like, there's an open application process. It's much more strenuous on who can get into the school. And because of it, you feel like he has much less flexibility on getting players in as well.
That's one of the misconceptions about the ILH, right? Everyone thinks, oh, private school, private school, private school. But there you have University Laboratory.
Public charter.
Yeah.
You should go be like a teacher over there or something like that. I feel like you got a lot of wisdom to drop on kids.
You think I'm a mom and pop store kind of worker? Is that
no,
what it
I
is?
don't. I think that you've just got a lot of wisdom.
There you go. Okay.
I take a class. I take a class that you're teaching.
And what would I teach there, Kevin Long?
Drone operations. You could teach broadcasting. You could teach PowerPoint presentations.
Is this your way of pushing me out? Is that what you're trying? 17-22. University Laboratory looking for one more big run. Sorensen gets it back in play. Smith just tipped it across. Sorensen's there. Chased by Nakasato. Baptiste hit the net. 4 contacts. And so often we talk about Sylvester, right? Yeah, she's delivered her 12, but where's the other kills and points going to come from? Dutcher's got 9 of her own. Baptiste was in there the first set, 5. You're going to need a couple more players to really make things dangerous and uncomfortable here for Mid-Pacific if you want to stop them. Nakasato to Sylvester. That's out. And it's set point here for the Owls. Just up. University Laboratory took set 1, 25-17. The Owls won set 2, 25-14. Dutcher floating ball, got it to the back row. Smith handled nicely by Kalima Izumi. Dutcher is in.
And I'll tell you, this is a dangerous time for Mid-Pacific because It looks very much like this set is in hand for them, but you don't want to give momentum to University.
Not sure what a BB tied at the net. Can do it again. Smith. Blocked there by Sylvester.
You know, and what Sylvester does here, she takes her block and then she goes over Nakasato to cover the smaller blocker down the line.
That's 6-2 and 5-4 going after it. They need one measly point. Smith gives it to him. And the Owls take a 2-1 lead. 25 points. That's all what separates Mid-Pacific away from history, a first state title. Off we go to set 4 of this presentation of the New City Nissan Girls Volleyball State Championships. Here at OC 16 continues after this. 20. Nico Stack this evening. 7 kills, hitting .217 and hitting from all areas of the floor here tonight, Dev.
And passing well, playing great defense. She's been the steady Eddie for this team. Taking a look at the stats, I mean, Mid-Pacific just cannot be stopped, hitting over 300. Both teams passing really well. I think that the big difference is only the one combined ace in that last set. Both teams playing really good defense as well. For University Lab, they just need a little bit more terminality on offense. Little few errors as well.
Oh my God.
What was it? Return to the 80s?
Yeah, apparently the 1880s.
The 90s. The 90s. Come on.
My guy, Jimmy Bender, hanging out with the crew out there.
There was a time, there was like a 10-year period where Jimmy Bender was one of the top 5 coolest guys in the state of Hawaii.
I mean, he still is. Honestly, yeah.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, maybe.
Go to KSSK, right? He's on Perry's Potsy in the morning.
Top 10?
For sure. You want to have fun? How about Destiny Look?
There's the dance, there's the ghost cheers, the hearts, sitting on her setter's lap.
In between the sets, University Laboratory didn't opt to sit on the bench to have the discussion. They went through the curtain outside and had the discussion during the 3-minute in-between break period. We'll see if that will reset the computer here if Mid-Pacific is 1 set win away from a championship. This set begins with a Sylvester kill, her 13th.
You know the last time we saw that was actually the last time University Laboratory School won 2 years ago. Faumuina played them in the back of Blaisdell behind the curtain. Brad Miller, the coach, was staying on the sideline, changed the complexion of the game.
Smith. That one was handled well there. Sorensen, there's a swing that was nearly put down by Baptiste. Here comes Peyton Smith.
Wow.
Dropped it off the table. She's got 15 kills here tonight for the senior.
Right, it's like in golf. You got your power game, and then you got to have your short game too. Chips and putts. That's what Jimmy tells me.
And Jimmy's a really, really good golfer, by the way. Slide it out. Sylvester, cross court. That one chased down. Wow. Strongowski, one hustle. One more time, Sylvester. She jams that one through. Woo. Natasha Strongowski covering a ton of court to save it.
And Eva Hand at the end of this play, like she made contact with the Sylvester hit at the net. And actually, she's had to rub her shoulder a little bit. It's hard to block Sylvester. What an amazing rally.
Baptiste. Right to Stack, fed it out. There's Smith through the block, picked up by Dutcher down the line, but pass was a little errant.
I mean, the 1-2 punch, right, of Eglinton hitting 14 kills, 320. Peyton Smith, 16 kills, 300. And then if you want a third punch on that too, pow, 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 Nico Stack at 7.
You nailed it around the head, right? Battle of attrition, like battling the serve. It came in waves. Right, came with Stack first. Eglinton had a good second set. Smith turned it on the third. Had the set winner. Ruled a touch by the linesman.
Dixon Chun actually overruling that one. I like that. You know what I liked about that call? The deliberateness. He processed what he saw. He took in all of the views of all the other lines people and then made an executive decision.
Here's Sylvester into the net.
You know, that last comment you made was totally correct, right? Is like you have the hot hitter, and you got to give a lot of credit to the setters for identifying who the hot hitter is and continually going back to them.
Because that's the through line in all of it. That's the only reason why. That's the spider diagram, if you will. Kalima Izumi nearly put that one down. Mishandled on the contact by Smith, and she knew it. Double contact. So Maya Nakasato, 35 assists tonight, 3 aces and 4 digs. Puts it right to Kai, flying in Eglinton. Oh, Nakasato going down to the ground to dig it. Kalima Izumi off that block and finally picked up by Scanlon. It's a back bump out there for Stack, sliding out that one with Sorensen. Dutcher tries to bend it down. Scanlon gets back outside. Eglinton turned at it. Sorensen's there. Nakasato tight at the net and gets called for a double.
So many great defensive players on both sides. Take a look at that blast. Nakasato pops it up easily. Sorensen once again showing so much range. If you drew a pie chart and a diagram, a heat zone of how much space she takes on the court, it'd be huge.
Fujishima puts it back in play. That's received by Petrinos. Dutcher off a double block, got her own cover. Nakasato, Kalima Izumi. Oh my goodness! How about that shot? We had the best angle on that, and she just sliced and diced that.
The Ginsu shot, right? And this is the harder one. From the right side, you got to just cuff that perfectly. And she did it on the run, a little layup. Off one leg. Wow.
Honorable mention selection last year, and ranking will go higher this season for sure. Look, yes.
Seems like she's just gotten better and better with each set. You know what's an interesting dynamic going on right now? Because the cheering sections haven't moved, you've got the university lab section behind Mid-Pac, and you've got the Mid-Pac section behind. There's some good heckling opportunities right now.
And they're all dressed like they're going to go to the beach or to a concert. This one across right to Sorensen. Dutcher. Good pickup again. Kai's been a vacuum. 18 digs for her. Nakasato back to Dutcher. You know, Dutcher's been dug up a couple of times, but her tenacity just keep swinging, keep fighting, create opportunities. It's paid off. Fired up is Dutcher. Sight at the net, denied is Stack. The block was up. Sylvester helping with Dutcher.
And this is University's best rotation in their lineup, right? They got Dutcher up there. They got Sylvester. Got their great defenders in the back. See if they can go on a run.
Contreras goes right there to Stack. It's time to go to Strongowski. Oh my goodness. Sorensen to hit over by Nakasato. Contreras outside Stack into the block. Then saved and kept alive. Contreras the second contact. Middle Sylvester! Wow. Three-point advantage. Look, Sorensen dives at it. Kalima Izumi gets it and miss-hit there by Nakasato. Look how quickly her team goes to help her recover.
Right? It's such great teamwork, such great camaraderie there.
This might be the first error all night from Nakasato.
She's been a gamer all night long.
A sophomore on this stage, massive. That's long.
There are rare times where both teams playing their best match of the year in the final match. This is one of those matches where you really don't want to lose her, right? It's just, can we just
call tie? Split the trophy in half.
Let's hold hands and walk across the finish line together.
Poked across there by Strongowski. Sylvester off the block and out.
This is really the key to if University wants to win this match. They got to go on these runs when Sylvester's in the front row,
which they haven't been able to do sets 2 and 3. Smith, Sorensen near the net. Here is Sylvester. That's out. Both teams hitting over 200 right now.
Said she chose University of Hawaii, obviously, for the time she spent here, but just the connection she had with such a strong leader in Robin Mo. Said she can't wait to go and play for her at the next level.
We talk about, right, joining her in the future will be Chalet Reed, Adrienne Arquette. Flipped across there by Kai, right to Sorensen. Gets an ace. Karis Kai, who during certain points of her career didn't really win a game in an entire season, right? And now here she is on this stage.
I'll tell you, right? D1 for a long time in ILH.
Bump tight at the net. Baptiste jammed it through.
Right, for years and years they were on the D1 level. They actually couldn't drop down, right? Like there's some bylaws where you can only have so many teams in D2 and the rest have to be in D1.
Yeah, they were in volleyball purgatory.
They couldn't get out for like forever.
Peyton Smith, hard shot down the line, is out.
If you're Mid-Pacific, you don't want to take this to 5, right? You did 5 last night. You did 5 the last time you lost to University Laboratory. You want to win in 4.
Baptiste, good serve, right to Smith. Here's Smith. Off the block and off the tower. That block just is incredible, right? You got Maya Nakasato. Nakasato's 5'4". Did everything she can, and she's got up there and got some touches on some swings.
Jumpy 5'4".
For Scanlon. Sylvester.
And Sylvester's a jumpy 6'2".
13-9. University Laboratory trying to extend the match. Halfway home from doing that. 13-9. University, this is their best showing since the start of the second set. 1-1, 25-17. Millie Sylvester, 18 kills here tonight, hitting .412 in a state final. Wow, virtually unstoppable. Been reading her on the block better. Evan the Owls trying to battle back now. Smith went around it to Dutcher. Casado gets it. Kalima Izumi. One finally picked up there. Barstat. Eglinton. Handled by Contreras over past Smith. There's Dutcher. Nakasato popped it up. Kalima Izumi can't get it over.
They go from the best rotations now to some of the most challenging rotations.
And this is where you have to find offense quick. Will it be a Spinda? Off the block, Eglinton there. Scanlon popped it up. There's stack of swing. Fished in there by Contreras. Bump from Nakasato. There goes a Spinda. And Kalima Izumi trying to fight after it. And this one goes out.
Pretty good swing. Like it's in the wheelhouse of where that block should be. Dutcher's so good at picking up her teammates if they make a mistake.
Into the net that goes.
You need one player on every team who's like the right back, no problem player.
Right, you need a mother, you need a captain, right? You need an edgy person.
You need the person who sets the standard high.
Yeah. Tried at the net, Scanlon, one hand, and gets called for illegal attack. Get up over the top.
You know, it almost looks like Mid-Pacific's lost a little bit of that urgency, that little bit of that edginess.
Scanlon down the middle, Eglinton. One blocker up, and she demolishes that ball.
And I love the creativity. They've run this 2-play. And it works perfectly because it happens to be when Sylvester's not in the game, but it's been very effective throughout the night.
Eva Hand, couple of kills here tonight. Pokes it across. Dutcher off the block. Picked up there by Scanlon. Back bump set Stack. Took something off of it and scored it.
And Eva Hand continues her line of contributing in a lot of different ways. Really good serve, and then take a look at the back bump set from the middle blocker.
That's out. You know, University Laboratory is going to try and play this out. Just 9 points away. How aggressive will they be? You know, the basketball analogy is when you have a lead, you want to still play to win. You don't want to play to not lose because there's a completely different mindset between the two. Eglinton gets that one off the block. Scanlon, sneak attack. They never saw it coming.
Got to save that for special times, right? Set special situations. And I'll tell you, when you don't get one player on the other team diving for that ball, that means you did it perfectly. No one saw it coming.
A point given right back by Contreras.
And you think about it, 2 of the 3 rotations where Sylvester was out, Mid-Pacific missed serves. Right, and all of a sudden, it's like a get-out-of-jail-free card. She's right back here in the front row, going to do her thing.
Here's Sorensen. Kai. Into the block there of Sylvester after the swing from Look. Stack has to fade back. There's Dutcher to handle it. Nakasato goes outside and in. To the net goes Baptiste. I thought that ball was going to go Sylvester right down the pipe. In the middle.
Yeah, all of a sudden, this fourth set, it seems like there's more pressure on players. There's more nervousness going on. I mean, teams have been playing very free for the first 3 sets.
Handled there by Baptiste. Nakasato. Here's Sylvester. Into the triple blocking down, just out in front of him.
Felipe, you're going to be very excited about this, as I am. Just had a Punahou alumni band sighting.
Oh, here we go. Let's go.
Tuba in the house.
Smith got it to the back. Sylvester middle. Tipped it around the block into the front row of Strogowski. And Smith. Dutcher nicely done to handle that one. Rising up Baptiste. Off the block of Look. Near the net. It goes to Smith. No blocker up. There's Dutcher. The pass is tad shanked. Back to Dutcher for a rip that goes out. Point here for Mid-Pacific. Within 2 now in this race to 25. Here's Kai. Sorensen. Nakasato. How long did she hang up in the air?
She's got the ability to change gears. And think on the fly. You think about it. She has not been stopped all night long. The only times that it's been when she's hit long, right? That's the only time. No one stopped her yet tonight.
20 kills, hitting .432. Smith jammed it. It was not ruled a lift. Nakasato kept it alive, and that's out by Baptiste.
You look at these scores and you look at the situation, and University should win this set, but you think about it. One more rotation with Sylvester in the front row, and then this is about as close as it can be, right, Felipe?
Yeah. The margin of error is razor thin, and how these paths could go for both teams. Here's Scanlon. Oh, my goodness. Petrinos was nearly caught in a line of fire.
Almost hit her, almost hit Dutcher. Thing was moving.
And now here's Sylvester to serve it. They finally get to the red zone. 5 away from set 5. Near the net, Scanlon tipped it up over the top of the legal attack. Got over the top of the net.
Right before Sylvester served that last ball, she kind of looked over at the Mid-Pac cheering section back there. And now she's going up to the head ref.
She did the hand signs of, hey, they're jarring. And so I thought the officials are doing a great job of being patient, too. Understanding, right? They don't want to make it significant out there. And
Scott Wagner walking the long distance over to go talk to the...
Yep. And now everyone's on their best behavior out there. Oh, tough one there. Picked up by Kai. Then Scanlon swinging Eglinton. Chased down there by Sylvester. They're scrambling, finally hit across. There's Kai. Here's Scanlon. Here's Smith.
Now, Mid-Pacific has a chance. They have a chance to steal this, right? Sylvester's out. They've got Eglinton in the front row. They got Stack in the front row. Their lineup is stacked.
Each team full complement of timeouts. Kalime Izumi gets that one in the middle. Spinda's denied. It's a block for Luck and company.
And in these rotations now, Sylvester's out. You got Kitan calling the timeout, but these are the servers that have to serve in. On the other side, for University, Dutcher becomes so important, right? What is she going to be able to do out of the back row, hitting the D ball, which is one of the more complicated swings in the game of volleyball?
And able to get the solo stuff there. 21-19. They're in set number 4 in a match where the Owls... hard to say someone looks dead to rights after set 1, but the way that the Junior Bows finished set 1, it looked like it was going to be in firm control. They're hitting 248 in the match. Both teams hitting 125 or lower here this evening. And University Laboratory will try and add on to the one title that they had and won in 2021. Was HBA was 1 or 2 plays away from getting to the final and playing in this window. They have the most since they went to D1 and D2 in 2005. The corner line's been there. Moloka'i's been in there. And for Mid-Pacific, the second different ILH school to win a state title in this division, they're able to pull this one off.
But you start adding up some of the D1 championships before the D2 was around, right? And you quickly go to double digits there for this University Lab program. A few different times I talked about the Robbins sisters and how much they meant to this University Lab program. It's been a rough week for a lot of volleyball fans and families. Bobby Robbins passing away after a long, valiant battle with cancer. And our hearts go out to that very valiant family.
It really puts things in perspective. You just think of all the legends in this sport, and our thoughts are with them. The lead is 2. This one hit across. Smith had to fight that one off, and then somehow got over the net. Espinda, Nakasato, Kalima Izumi almost shot putted that one down the line and found the floor.
Right, and without Sylvester out there, it becomes smoke and mirrors. It becomes a little bit more craftiness. You talked about it's the tourniquet offense, right?
Nakasato, tough one. Got it right to Kai. Stack.
And these next 2 servers, right? Last time Eva Hand got a serve in and got a point and then served out. Got to keep these serves in with Sylvester on the sidelines.
Nakasato outside. Tip. Kalima Izumi. Gutsy call. Late stage of set 4.
2 of them. Just so smart, right? Like that's what you expect from one of your leaders on your team, from a senior who's been there for a long time and been to the top of the mountain.
Here she is, 23-20. Stack, Scanlon, middle, look, diving, Sorensen, Nakasato, swing, Baptiste, scored it! point. Timeout. Mid-Pacific.
We talked about it. It's razor thin, right? Like, this is the closestly competed division in the state. These two teams have been split matches throughout the season. It's a razor thin edge, and it's just all about who can make one big play in one big situation. And in this set, that team has been University.
You know, and for teams that get this far, well, first off, nobody gets this far only to get this far, right? So you want to win, obviously. You know, but you try to keep your players calm. You say, it's just like any other game. The issue is with that is that it's not just like every other game. That's why when teams say, well, we got nothing to lose here.
Yeah.
Yes and no, right? Yes, You're here, it's great. But there's a difference in weight of the trophy and size of the trophy. You don't want to take the smaller one back. You want to take the one that's about 24 inches tall and weighs about 7 pounds.
Even the wood of the trophy, right?
Yeah.
Like, you get upgraded to the Koa suite.
So just to battle through all of that, and for a senior class on both sides that have worked so hard to get to where they are right now. Mid-Pacific in their first state final ever. The state tournament goes back to 1969. Division II began in 2005.
Hey, and before you say this fourth set is done, it's not done, right? If Mid-Pacific can fight off one, they can get their serve on a roll, they could easily score 2, 3, 4 points in a row.
Decent passers in the back row here for Mid-Pacific. They've been real steady all throughout the night. Kai, Stack.
Eglinton on the right side where she's been doing damage all night long.
Got to get it across. This is for the set. Off a pickup. There's Eglinton. Popped up there by Sorensen. Baptiste rolled it front row. Stack. Backtracks. Eglinton. That one dug up. Zumi and then hit over by Baptiste. Chance to answer now. They go this time to Stack the tip into the block of Dutcher. Covered there by Kai. Here's Eglinton through the block. That one picked up by Nakasato. And it's down. Sorensen trying to be where she didn't cross the line. She stayed on her side, but nobody picked up her pass.
And now if you're Nakasato, she made a dive in the middle of that rally. She's been feeling her lower back. And now if you're Nakasato, Dutcher's your go-to, right? Like, I would go to her 21, 22, 23, whatever it takes to get to 25.
Another conversation out here. So making sure that the bench stays put on the University side now. So here comes Kanoilani Contreras. Got to get it across. Chance to send it to 5. Dutcher! Dutcher delivers in the clutch. The 12th kill, and so far the most meaningful one for her. They played 5 in the regular season, so why not repeat it? Run it back for the D2 crown. Off we go to set 5 on OC 16.
I got me a paradise. It's your paradise too.
Experience the beauty of the islands in a Honda Hybrid with fuel efficiency and range that saves you money while keeping our Aina a paradise. Right now.
University Laboratory has set this to a 5th set. They did it 2 main players, right? Complete team effort, but Millie Sylvester and Lily Dutcher combining for 32 kills here tonight.
Just unstoppable. And even better than that, and you see that was a battle through and through. The offense for University just a little bit better. The defense from University a lot better. And I think maybe the biggest stat line, 5 service errors for Mid-Pacific, especially in some of those rotations where Sylvester was out on the sidelines. Got to keep those in.
this. This is a team, by the way, that played a 5-setter last night. And, at this point in the season, everyone's tired, right? Coaches, players. But you just dip into the tank a little bit more and see what's out of there. And for University Laboratory, right, they played a 4-setter, and it was the X-Cast opener in the semifinals last night. And they got to sit back and relax and kind of see the lay of the land, if you will. And then that 4th set came here tonight, backs against the walls, finding a way to win. And we're just seeing a lot of championship grit from both of these squads.
And I'll tell you, we got two things that. So every time Mid-Pacific has done dance party between a set, they've won. Every time that University Laboratory went behind the curtain and had a speech, they've won. I'm totally confused because they both did both of those things between these two sets, and they both can't win, as far as I know.
41st birthday today for David Bain, hoping for the greatest birthday gift he's ever got. And a magical season here for Mid-Pacific. Neutral lineups on the floor here for both squads. Strongowski has been excellent in that front. Destiny look as well. Kanoilani Contreras so often, and we beat it like a drum when we get to these 5 sets, right? It's always the first 5 to 7 points on the start. You look very closely at University Laboratory will serve. Junior Bows going for a 2nd title in 3 years and their 10th in school history. Mid-Pacific going for their 1st ever. Underway in set 5. Contreras gets it out. Smith, her first one here in the frame, picked up by Nakasato. Here's Dutcher to tip it around and near collision, but it was fished in there by Smith. Free chance now. Sorensen. Sylvester runs at it. .21 for her.
And what bodes very well for University is they get to start Sylvester in the left front, and it's only a game to 15, so they want to get as many points as possible here early.
Smith, 2-0. Wanted a touch, 1-1. Did get the touch.
That's a big-time swing, right? A big-time block in front of her, hitting high and flat. Been the secret to her success tonight. Need a tough serve in this rotation.
Here's Kai. Sorensen, pass tight at the net. Smith popped it up and tapped down by hand.
I'll tell you, she doesn't get a lot of touches, but every time she gets one, she makes it count. Great job of staying out of the net on that one.
3rd kill, hitting 600. Sorensen, better pass. Nakasato to Sylvester, the tip can't get over. Early separation, 3-1.
I think Gatan thinking about a timeout, maybe one more point.
They go right back to Sorensen. Sylvester, triple block, chase near the net. And stealing over! Strogowski was there, and nobody picked it up!
They say play the whistle, and on this one you had 2 amazing touches. Strogowski, great decision, and then take a look. That was hand again.
Unbelievable. Sylvester. Net call. That's a violent swing. Look at the number 16 hand right there. Just get off the wrist, and it tippy-toed the top of the tape and found the floor.
Remember that point, right? Like is that a championship winning point right there?
Time will tell. Smith, Sorensen. Bump set, Dutcher, 2-handed push, free chance. Kai, and then here comes Smith, off of Dutcher.
Sometimes that one magical David Blaine play can turn something around. This team's playing with a possessed.
There are checkpoints in a 5-set match. This is one of them. First to 5 here. A countdown on 10 away. Katie Petrinos is in for the junior bows.
I'm not sure what happened. It almost looks like University wasn't in the right rotation, and now they caught it, and now they're putting Petrinos back on the sideline and bringing in Baptiste.
I don't think, and a yellow card here for the junior bows. I think on that substitution attempt. I remember we had this last night for Mid-Pacific in another rotation issue.
And if you're Walter Catan, you don't mind the yellow card, right? Like, this delay has been amazing.
Timeout here at Walter Catan. So the card was assessed here, ruled out. It's a timeout. The officials will discuss this. Jimmy's was listening on the conversation.
Yeah, they called it an administrative yellow for a double substitution. You can't do that, so 7 has to stay in. She cannot come out.
Does anything get by Dixon, Sean, huh? Something from the tower. Wow.
If you're going to get something past him, it's not going to be the old double sub switcheroo.
5-2 here.
Although I'll tell you, like, if that's a thing, it changed the complexion. You got like a minute and a half of like going to the scorer's table, then he's got the timeout going. Like, you reset. Although 5-2, all the momentums are gone, and all the vibes that Mid-Pacific's been having in this 5th set. It's a brand new start here.
So often we talk about first state championships for programs. You don't know what it's going to do for the culture of that program and for the community and for that school. This could be something of historical significance moving forward for Mid-Pacific in a program that's really been relegated to the back burner, if you will. But through their senior leadership and a special senior class, according to David Bain, leading this team. 7 seniors. I asked her, so what does next year look like, regardless of what happens here? Well, on our team, we got 17 players, right? And the 10 that are coming back, I mean the ones that will take this experience, regardless of what happens, learn from it, push it forward. It's the only thing we can hope here for the future. We're 10 away from a title.
First one's got to stay in, right? This has been an abnormally long break. Probably the longest break you'll see in a volleyball match.
Scanlon. Tops one over. Sylvester dropped it out in front. Kai near the net. Oh, Sylvester! Blocked Peyton Smith. Massive there.
There's nowhere to go on that play, right? All the oxygen out of the room.
See how they'll utilize Sylvester with her now in the front in these rotations. Scanlon gets it outside. Eglinton, that one popped up in the back row by Baptiste. It's a bump and then hit over and snarled in there by Stack. Eglinton off the block.
She's been unreal. I tell you, also Stack with a really nice pass in the back row. That one was a wicked serve, but look at Eglinton.
Sylvester, vertical.
23 kills, hitting .419. She's got the 6 blocks to go along with it.
Mari Furuoyama is in here for the Owls, serving and passing specialist.
And you just went from the power lineup for University. Now you've got the finesse lineup. And remember, the last time out here, Kalima Izumi got by with a few tips. She hit some off-speed shots. So Mid-Pacific, that's something you got to think about.
Bows hitting 189 in the 4th set, 286 here in this 5th. Flung it back to the middle. Eglinton took some off of it. There's Sylvester near the net. Nakasato popped it right back over to Scanlon. Bump set, Stack. near the net. Nakasato just couldn't get it over the cable. Seven to 4. Here is Alyssa Fujishima. Nakasato, here's Dutcher from the back row. Fujishima, good handling there. On the run, there's Eglinton. Nakasato, Kalima Izumi. There's the off-speed stuff that we saw.
She's such a magician, right? Like, last few times it was a short tip, so she's got the defense thinking short. You can see Scanlon, and on this one, just upping it down the line.
13 for her.
And remember, before Walter Kitan did the double non-sub, yellow card sub, and it was 5-2. Right now it's 7-6. It's a different ball game.
Timeout Mid-Pacific. Each team down to one timeout left.
What do they say? They say the pressure is palpable. Right? It's like you're swimming in the deep end, both sides. All the dancing has disappeared. It's who's got grit.
And the thing about pressure, right? It either bursts pipes or it creates diamonds. That's pretty much
or nothing in between.
Or
right?
nothing, right? Yeah, and this is what these teams are going through right now. What a match! What a match! And for University Laboratory, fighting through there, knocked off Konawina, knocked off Seabury Hall. Those are straight sweeps in the opening round. In some ways, this is a much harder route for Division II because in Division I, there's a region around Monday, then you have a break until Wednesday. Right. This is 4 straight days of play, and this is the 4th straight day here for the Junior Bows.
You're absolutely right.
Crowd filling up nicely here.
We've seen great defense tonight. We've seen great offense here tonight. This is that time where you have the crowd from the first match compiled with the crowd that's coming in for the last match. This is electric, and it puts so much pressure even more on this two championships.
Someone very familiar with this building in Tirahuna. Draped in lay. And a building that holds about 4,000. It'll be loud and rocking here tonight. 7-6. Nakasato's been serving nicely. 3 aces this evening.
Wow.
Stack goes to Sorensen. Nakasato. Kalima Izumi just pushed it across to stay alive. Scanlan outside. Eglinton in the net. Looky there. Down 5-2. Fought their way back. 7-7. Halfway home here in set 5. Scanlan. Stack. Oh, Sorensen. Wow. What a split dig. Kalima Izumi. It's out! And it's ruled in by the up official. A point here for the Junior Bows. Let's see.
Ooh. Looks like the right call.
Maybe right on the red line. How do you respond? Scanlan gets it out. Stack into the blocks. Got the recovery. Eglinton gets the feet square. Bends it. Sorensen near the net. Nakasato. Dutcher off the block. Picked up in the back row there. Scanlan. Middle attack. And there is Destiny Look.
Oh, I love it. Love it. The swagger. The drip from Look. All night long, she's delivered 7 kills, 1 error, hitting 400. Can she get a block too, Felipe?
8-8.
Looky.
This one poked across. Nakasato. Kalima Izumi right there. Takai. Stack off the block, back pedals. It's down. Dutcher.
The Duchess, she did it in the conservatory with the block.
Nine, 8. Contreras will set it now, and there's Look to answer.
You know, you've got these big matches, and you've got these proven players, and then we talked about it. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? This is the opportunity.
In the hands here of Nico Stack. Tough one. Sorensen had to chase that. Here's Dutcher. Yes! First to 10. Here comes Sylvester.
You couldn't have hit this any better, right? It just had so much topspin, bent right over the top in the corner. Unstoppable.
Smith near the net. Watch out. Sylvester tipped it. Went off the shoulder of Contreras. Peyton Smith arced it over the top. What a dive there from Kalima Izumi. Flat-footed over there from Baptiste. They're scrambling. It's down. Owen.
That's the right call. You can see Millie Sylvester as well. Just didn't wait that one more second.
Contreras was down at the center line, and she was wincing in pain, and popped right back up. And told her coach, I'm okay. Kind of got her legs trapped underneath it as she was trying to play it under and off the net.
I mean, it's chaotic out here, right?
And a 10-10 score.
This ball's got to go to Millie on a good pass.
Kai Sorensen. Pretty good one here. Sylvester. You okay? Are you all right? You okay? Clear. Woo. Right into the table.
We need a raise here, Felipe.
Back to live. Sylvester front row, 11-10. Outside this goes. Baptiste hit the cable. And they're going to call 4 contacts. 4 contacts it was called. It's so loud in here you can barely hear the whistle.
You can't hear the whistle. I can't hear you. I can't hear the truck. Now with Sylvester in the front row, right? Scanlon, just a freshman on the huge stage. She's got to be aggressive with her serve. Can't serve this one easy.
11-11. Here's Scanlon. Sylvester triple block. It was Smith to poke it up. It's Eglinton to hit it off the block and scored it.
That was the play of the match. Right? Best hitter on the one side gets a great opportunity. They slow it down. They get the set. They get the blast. And the lead for the first time.
Scanlon, big inhale and exhale. Lollipops this one across. Sylvester will bend it over. Chance here for the Owls. It'll go to Smith. Off the block. Tomahawked up there by Izumi. Hit over by Sorensen. Front row on the short side. One-handed by Scanlon. A pickleball match comes out. In the front, Sylvester.
What'd you say? The pickleball to the kitchen? Take it to the house.
25 for Sylvester, hitting 396.
And she's got one more rotation in the front.
At 7 ties and 3 lead changes here in set 5. Baptiste sends that one long.
I mean, look at the emotion on each play. It's like each play is a chapter in the most amazing book you've ever read in your life.
.13 serving 12. Smith darts one, and then went off the hands of Petrinos. It's near the net, and it's out! And it's a historical championship point here for the Owls. Timeout, Junior Bows. Look at David Bain. 41 years old. Still feeling like a high school kid again.
You think about it, right? There's 40 plus teams going throughout the state. You got to go through so many different rounds. You got to win your division. You got to go to the states and win back to back to back matches. Hard to do. Hard to win a championship. David Bain's been around for a long enough time as a player, as a coach. He understands, like, it is not easy to get here. And then you're 1 point away, Felipe.
It's right there for the taking, right? It's so close to touch for this team that's gone through so much hardship in the division, as you mentioned, and it's right there on a platter. But the opposite side in University Laboratory, we've seen this in set 4 when they needed to close things out. We saw it when it was 5-2 when they needed to get back, but
this last step, so many times, is the hardest.
people are cheering up already on the floor for both teams. They know that this means so much. It's in the hands of Peyton Smith. 20 kills here tonight. 1 ace, 7 digs. No timeouts for the Junior Bows. Aloha Ball, championship point. Owls going for their first title ever. Peyton Smith. Dutcher. Sylvester. Popped up by Smith. Chance to win it. Eglinton. It's in! It's over! A moment to remember for Mid-Pacific! What a ride. What a story. What a match.
Doesn't get any better than that.
So much respect and love shared on both sides. In a match that, in reality, could have gone forever. What a gift to the state, to everyone in attendance, and a sign of unbelievable respect from both squads. They go to the student section and the Mid-Pacific crazies that give them all the love. The dig from Smith was crazy. Brooke Eglinton, a hit you'll remember for life. For the first time ever, Mid-Pacific claims the state title. Division II championship. And this third go-around between these two programs that saw every bit of guts and grit on full display. It's the ILH Division II champs that become the Division II state champs. The Owls win it 15-12 in set 5 and captured their first title in school history. This was as thrilling as the build-up, and it delivered a million times over now.
Yeah, I'm just so torn, right? Because you got the elation, you got the agony from two teams who played at such a high level.
Just an unreal performance, as we mentioned. Swings back and forth, and through all of this, a Hawaii Honduras Impact player. Here she is with Jimmy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Peyton Smith is here with me. And Peyton, first off, I know you didn't want to go to set 5, but it gets there. What was said in the huddle prior to that to get you guys going?
He told us that we just needed to limit our errors that we gave to them and really just get our stuff together. So
the other thing was in set 5, I mean, it really did feel like every single point was so hard fought. What was that intensity like?
it was really intense, especially since this is only our third 5-set match, and one of our other ones was against this team too. And it just really shows how strong we are as a team and how Coach David has changed the environment of it. So,
what does it mean to you to be a part of the first ever Mid-Pacific State Championship team?
It's really nice, especially since I'm a senior. It's nice to leave that legacy for the girls next year.
And what about this group next to us over here? Coach specifically told me, let you celebrate with them first before we do this. What do they mean to you?
I really don't think we could have done it without them and all their energy. They show up to all of our games, even the ones on the weekends. They showed up here, all the way on North Shore, which is a really long drive for all of them. So thank you to all the guys and girls who came out today.
And they give you the gold change, too. Let's see these. Hey! That's what it's all about right there, guys. Back to you.
History in the books here. And Peyton Smith could be on that front cover. In 241, 20 kills here tonight. An ace, 8 digs, a massive one in that final point to keep the rally going. Peyton was spectacular.
Yeah, you know, I think we're expecting her always to blast away the big swings. Today we were so impressed by the off-speed shots, the roll shots, and then you hit it on the head. In the last match, something that David Bain's been talking to them all year long about is we got to play defense, we got to prioritize being unselfish and hitting the floor, and that's how she won the game.
The Pacific's come pretty close in other sports to cash in on state titles. This is going to be one that they're going to be talking about for decades to come. History here for the Owls. Tough one here on the opposite side for the junior bows. But stellar performances nonetheless, including Millie Sylvester, 25 kills, 14 from Lily Dutcher. Right now they're receiving their medals for University Laboratory. Get to the Hawaii Honduras Impact player here. For the junior bows, there is Sylvester, who lived up to the billing too.
Yeah, she's the real deal. The exciting thing, the sad thing is going out at her high school career on a lower level, even though she played at such a high level throughout the match. But the great thing for Hawaii volleyball fans, we're going to see a lot of her in the big leagues over the next 4 years.
It's always difficult, right, to get these medals, but I mean, all the players express universal gratitude for everyone that got them here, and so a lot of the emotion being shared, but an amazing season nonetheless here for the junior bows. Tonight, though, belongs to Mid-Pacific, and the winning head coach, happy birthday, David Bain with Jimmy.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy birthday, Coach. I mean, 41 years old. Is this the best present you've ever gotten?
As of right now, this is the best present I've gotten. Felipe asked me earlier I told him I'd tell him after, and this is it. Definitely best present so far. So far.
I like it. You had talked before the game, winning the ugly plays, winning the out-of-system plays was going to be huge for you tonight. How do you feel like you did in that particular regard?
Oh, it shows in that pit set, just getting touches on the block and being able to do something with it. Those are the points that were huge for us, and we executed. Can't ask for any more.
Now, I know they're the first championship team ever, but what are you going to remember specifically about this group of girls?
That they were 0 for forever coming into this, so to bring that winning culture to the program, have them believe in themselves, and it's bigger than volleyball, take that with them to college, to their careers, that they can do whatever the hell they want if they just work.
Love it. Happy birthday, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Right, he was on the coaching staff for University Laboratory when the junior bows took on Molokai. Molokai and the Farmers won that one 13 years ago. Here he is now, first head coach, varsity level, high school. What a magical season. Changed the culture, had a PowerPoint presentation in his interview, had the slides out, and finally it all culminates. This is the reason why he wanted the job and he got the job and why he deserves the job now.
Yeah, and that post-game interview, right? That's everything, right? And then when you talk about the singing, the connection, the appreciation, that's a special thing.
The junior bows just got their runner-up medals and the runner-up trophy. The opposite side will happen very, very soon, momentarily here for a Mid-Pacific group that now has to, by the end of the season, move forward and see where do they want to go. Stay in this division. We'll see how the new possible ILEC regular season plays out. But Mid-Pacific's going to lose 7 really good seniors on this team. So they're going to return 10 next year. And the nucleus is there. There's enough pieces there where they can make another strong run at the crown for 2024.
And they got a confident coach, right, who's able to inspire his team, is able to change some culture along the way. And I tell you, he's got the athletes in the gray shirts from the intermediate level ready to reload, and this is a program on the rise.
You know, so often we talked about the heavy hitters, right? The likes of a Smith and in Eglinton. Eglinton, by the way, had 19 kills this evening. But Destiny Look, her presence at the net. Nico Stack, they combined for 17 kills. It was wave after wave after wave, and everyone got a little bit of a spotlight over the course of the last 2.5 hours.
I'll tell you, for me, in the 5th set, when things were as bleak as it could get, Destiny Look changed the destiny of this program, right? She had 2 kills. She came in, made a really nice block as well, and brought that dancing, easygoing energy that really changed the complexion of this match.
Let's take a look at the Taco Bell play of the game. This was one of the crazy caroms you're going to find in tournament history. This one just dug up there by Eva Hand. Eva Hand also in sets 4 and 5. Punched it up. It tippy-toed the top and finally found the floor. 4 kills for her. No hitting errors. 667 she hit.
Felipe, think about this, right? 15-12 is the final score. If that point was reversed, we'd still be playing 13-14, and right, like that.
Phenomenal.
That was a play that really could have been the play.
Oh, you nailed it right on the head there, Kev. And Peyton Smith and then Destiny Look will be the last one to get her medal as she comes up and gets a hug from her athletic director. The folks at New City Nissan, the title sponsor of the tournament. The coaching staff will get theirs as well. By the way, a very young coaching staff that Coach David Bain knew through the club ranks, knew that he had something special. He deflects credit to them as well, and now here's David Bain. And time for a snack, a little Nerds gummy clusters while he's going to take his birthday gift. Darren Oshiro, HBA Athletic Director. The traditions give it to the AD. The AD hands it. David Payne. And the Owls. What a match. Cannot believe what we just saw. And this is just the appetizer. The main course coming up next. We get to see Puno and Kamehameha for the Division I Championship. Let's all meet back in about half an hour here in OC 16. Congratulations, Mid-Pacific, 15-12 in set 5. For the first time ever, the Owls are state champs. With Kevin Wong, Jimmy Bender, our entire crew, Felipe Ojastro, Support High School Sports. There's a new champion in Division II, and they hail from Mid-Pacific.
Mm-hmm.